Okay, so yeah, as I said, now many of many of those of the Antichrist, right, party, they are aware that the celestial cycle is ended and there's a new shift going on, but they know you don't know it. They figure you don't know. You're learning about it, but initially you did not know what was going on and why things have gone so, appear to have gone so awry. Well, they have purposely made things go awry because they're trying to reconstruct, reset, right? The great reset, but it's a 50,000 year celestial cycle reset. They're trying to just make you think it's an economic reset, a global economic reset, whereby only a few such as the World Economic Forum, are the ones that are making this economic change. Well, they are aware that there's a galactic shift going on, and there's a lot of chaos going to be taking place, tribulations in the celestial sphere, and that is a result of Nibiru, or Isis, or as they call it, coming through. And remember who created Isis, right? So that is, and what did they use ISIS for? To destroy the Muslim world, to create a war between the West and the East, right? To blast the East back to the Stone Age, because they knew the East was going to inherit the new global market because the dollar was going to collapse, right? So they were very, very aware of what was going on. They were just trying to reset. So that's why I'm saying, when the Bureau comes in, it's going to shut down the electrical grid. It's going to shut down the satellites, so no cell phones. It's going to shut down, and if it's going to shut down the electrical grid, and that means everything electrical is going to be severely impaired. That means electrical cars are going to be obsolete. Electrical stoves are going to be obsolete, right? What you'll be burning in that stove would be wood, right? Now, that's why they want to get rid of the gas burning cars. It's not so much they want to get rid of them, no. They want to conserve all the natural resources for themselves, and that is why they want to do the population control, and that is why they don't want to tell humanity what is going on, because if humanity doesn't know what's going on, then most of humanity won't be prepared for the shift, the galactic shift, right? And they'll just think it's revelations, the tribulations, and it's supposed to happen, which it is supposed to happen, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given mankind warning as to what's going on so that they will be prepared. That's what all the signs and wonders for, the full moons, the blue moons, not the full moons, but the blood moons and the full blue moons, and all of that was about, right? To let humanity be prepared for the global shift, right? Or the, not the global shift, but the celestial shift, right, of the new age, right? That's what the movie Ice Age was about, right? So for mankind to get prepared, and they've been getting prepared. So they want the depopulation so that they can have the natural resources for themselves, because if all mankind is going to be equal, right? Yeah. Oh, and banks, what's going to happen to money in the banks, right? People be locked out of their account. There'll be no such thing as electronic transfers and electronic withdrawing money from the bank and all this kind of stuff, right? That's what they don't want humanity to know, right? So, that is why it's important for you to be prepared and know exactly what's going on, so you'll be prepared. And that's what the tribulation is about. And that's what the seals, opening of the seals are about, right? The opening of the sixth seal, the fifth seal, the fourth seal, the seals, right, of the prophecy, right? Now, and what, the poor would be first and the rich would be last, or something of that effect, because humanity is going back to nature, and the poor knew how to live off meager resources, but those who were very wealthy did not, right? They depended on their money. The poor people depended on each other. The economically challenged people depended on each other. So they will know how to get along and bargain and negotiate and create a bartering society, right? So, but they don't want that because they know that the people, the massive amount of people, the billions of people on Earth will be depending on the Earth now, right? Not on economic society, not on a monetary society. They will be depending on the Earth, growing their own food. They won't have need for money, right? They'll have need for shelter, land. They will have need for land, and that's why you have that burning in Maui, as stated that Okra Whymper started, and her ilk are somewhat suspicious, having suspicious connection to the fires in Maui, right? Because they're trying to, what is stated that those people that have wealth back there, Americans, and you can do the research, you can take the hint, Okra, okay, Whymper, and own, and various others own lots of land in Maui, right? And so they want to take the land from the others, right? Because land is going to be of the utmost importance, right? Because to grow the food on, to keep the livestock on, the livestock has to have something to eat. And think about it, they have to have water to drink. So that is why they're trying to, you know, they know how to filter, get rid of that, those contaminants in the water that they put in Ohio and all this type of stuff. They just want to get rid of the people, right? Get the people off the land, right? Starve them, right? Starve humanity, right? So that they can get the natural resources and get them a demand. They get electrical cars and electric stoves and get rid of their weapons. So that those Antichrist people will have the weapons. They will have the resources, and people else depending on windmills and solar energy and things like that, which is wise to do anyway. But nonetheless, at a time when everybody is able to be prepared to live off the land, right? But as it is, people need their gas stoves, they need their gas cars, they need gas, they need to continue with the fossil fuels, right? In order to survive, right? To run their tractors, and they need their land, they need their space, right? Because land is going to be the most important resource. Is going to be land. So the best thing to invest in would be land, right? Okay, so that's what's going to happen when Nibiru comes. Well, when Nibiru, when you really feel the effects of Nibiru, right? It will be greater than Hurricane Katrina, okay? Much greater, and there will be no what do they call them? Emergency workers or something like that. Hospitals will shut down. 9/11 services will be shut down. So people better know something about medicine. They better know something about natural healing. They better know something about taking care of themselves, right? And that's why they want to usher people into 15-minute cities to control them, get rid of their cars so they can save the resources. I'm talking about the Antichrist people, so they can serve their resources for themselves. Who is it? Oh, I got to go to video, probably 4.